Hello viewers, welcome back. In our today's video, we will learn to calculate the value of short circuit current leaving the distribution transformer secondary side in case of a downstream fault in the power network. In the first part of our video, we will discuss the calculation, and in the second part, we will see how this calculation will help in the switchboard design. Whenever the fault occurs in the system, electrical components connected to the system will start to contribute towards the fault point. Today, we are looking at the behavior of transformer during a short circuit fault. To see the transformer's behavior, we need some parameters which can be found in the transformer technical datasheet, such as the rated current and the short circuit impedance. Short circuit impedance of the transformer is the most important parameter to observe and varies with the size of the transformer. Transformer with small kVA rating have lesser value of short circuit impedance, and transformers with high kVA rating have high value of short circuit impedance. We assume that the fault occurs very near at the secondary terminal of the transformer. Therefore, we are not considering the effect of cable connected at the terminal in our calculations. Assuming the fault current enters from the primary side and leaves the secondary side. Now we start the calculation. Here is the first scenario. To calculate the short circuit current leaving transformer secondary, first we need to calculate the total short circuit impedance of the transformer during a short circuit condition. Parameters to consider in the equation for calculating the total short circuit impedance are the Z-trafo, which is the rated short circuit impedance of the transformer, and its value is available from the transformer datasheet or nameplate data. Second parameter is the Z utility, which is the ratio of the rated transformer kVA and the transformer's short circuit kVA. Total short circuit impedance of the transformer is the sum of Z-trafo and Z utility. Once the total short circuit impedance is calculated, then the short circuit current leaving the transformer secondary is simply the ratio of rated secondary current and the total short circuit impedance. In this case, rated secondary current is 2510.3 amperes. And the total short circuit impedance is 9.53%. The value of short circuit current leaving the secondary side is found to be 26.34 kiloamperes. If the transformer secondary side current is not available, then it is simply the ratio of transformer rated kVA and the rated secondary voltage as shown here in the calculation. We are discussing this second scenario to notice the effect on short circuit current leaving the transformer secondary side if we neglect the effect of Z utility. It is observed that sometimes the contribution of short circuit current coming from the primary side is not considered, and the value of Z utility in the equation is neglected. If we neglect Z utility, then the short circuit current leaving the secondary side of the transformer is the ratio between the transformer rated secondary current and the transformer rated short circuit impedance. In this scenario, the value of short circuit is found to be 41.84 kiloampere. Our first calculated value of short circuit current is 37% lesser than the second value. Therefore, it is important to consider the value of Z utility in the calculation. Otherwise, the system will be over-designed and will significantly increase the cost of the overall power network. It is very important to note that the value of short circuit contribution from transformer is largely dependent on the value of the short circuit impedance. As per IEC 60076-5, the value of short circuit impedance varies from 4% to 12.5%. Transformers with size of 630 kVA or lesser usually have 4% impedance, and transformers with size of 100 MVA can have 12.5% short circuit impedance. Minimum values of short circuit impedance against the kVA ratings as mentioned in the IEC 60076-5 are shown here for reference. However, in order to calculate the true short circuit contribution from transformer side, actual data should be taken either from the transformer datasheet or the transformer's nameplate. In the last part of our video, we will try to relate the numerical calculations we have discussed with the practical concept. We are considering two different scenarios. In both the scenarios, we have considered the 2000 kVA transformer with 6% short circuit impedance. Primary voltage of the transformer is 6.6 kV and the fault current entering from the primary side is 4945 amperes. The only difference is that the secondary voltage in the first scenario is 460 volts and in the second scenario it is 690 volts. You can notice that due to the difference of secondary voltage, the value of the short circuit current leaving transformer secondary side is changed. In the first scenario, it is around 26 kiloamperes, and in the second scenario, it is significantly reduced to around 17.5 kiloampere. This calculation is very important from the point of view of system design, especially when the short circuit current comes out to be 100 kiloamperes. As switchboard and associated electrical components which can bear short circuit current more than 100 kA are not available easily and are expensive. By choosing the transformer secondary voltage correctly, we can reduce the short circuit current, and this will help in optimizing the switchboard design. So this is the end of our today's video. I hope it will help you to develop the understanding about the topic. If you like the video, please hit the like button. Please give suggestions for improvement in the comments box. Please also let me know if you need information about any other topic. I will try to cover it in my next vlogs. Please subscribe our channel and hit the bell icon so that you will get updates about the latest videos. Thank you.